When silence speaks louder than screams, when love bleeds in the absence of hope, what do you hold on to? Welcome back to Pretend, Chapter 17, Numb. In today's chapter, the walls that once held strength begin to crumble. Geet, who fought storms in silence, now faces the fear that could destroy her, losing Abhi. Hold your heart tight. This isn't just a story, it's a wound echoing with love, guilt, and the kind of pain only a mother understands. Geet is crying badly, only Babaji knows why he gives her so much pain. She is scared to death witnessing his condition. He is covered in blood, and it is flowing continuously. Her mind stops working, but her heart tells her to reach the hospital, just to save him. Rocky, drive fast. On the other hand, the Khurana family also follows behind her car, but her driver is really driving fast. Rocky, please, faster. Mom, please don't worry, Rocky says, trying to stay calm. Oh Babaji, please don't let him suffer for my mistakes. Geet cries, her voice filled with desperation and guilt. Mom, please don't say that. He will be alright. Rosie tries to console her with a shaky voice, barely able to hold back her own tears. Scene shift. They finally reach the hospital, and Geet immediately takes him into her arms carefully and starts running inside, frantically looking for Shashank sir or Meera. Shashank sir, Geet screams. Meera, she calls out again, her voice breaking. They come out of their cabin and are shocked to see the child in her arms. But who is this child? Geet. Meera stops in her tracks and asks, who is he? Abhi, slipped from the stairs, Geet stammers, struggling to pronounce each word through the heaviness of her grief. Abhi? Meera is stunned and stumbles a little upon hearing the name. Stretcher, please, Shashank orders immediately. They bring it without delay, and he gently helps her place Abhi on it. The entire Khurana family arrives at the hospital. Shashank sir, it's my mistake. He fell. I shouldn't have left him alone. Geet cries, breaking down. Geet, don't cry. Let me check on him, Shashank says with urgency. Take him into the OT, he instructs. The nurses take him inside swiftly. Meera, come with me, he orders Meera, who is still in shock. She loves Abhinav deeply. His innocence, his pure heart, always pulled her closer, even though he hates meat and doesn't understand why Geet cares for him so much. But Abhi is an exception. Meera's eyes are filled with tears. She hasn't yet come out of the shock. Meena, Abhi once called her by that name. It was the first time he tried to say her name, as Geet always called her Meera, but he mispronounced it as Meena. Yet, for her, it meant the world. She is his Meena auntie. Meera, come fast, Shashank calls her again when he sees her still frozen. The Khurana family can clearly sense how close Geet is to them, and Man already knows Meera. Yes, sir. Meera moves forward without saying a word or even looking up. Geet tries to go with them, but Shashank stops her gently. Geet, stay here, bete. Rosie pulls her into a hug. She is crying uncontrollably now. Man is overcome with guilt, seeing her in such a condition. Abhi had cried all night for her, and Man had just stood there, letting him. He didn't know the child was crying like that. Maybe he could have handled him for some time, maybe. Rosie auntie, my Abhi. Geet sobs while hugging her tightly. Rosie rubs her back to comfort her, but she knows this pain is too deep to be comforted. Still, she tries. Flashbacks start. Geet had gone to meet him for the first time, her heart filled with mixed emotions. Geet mom, Rosie had called her lovingly, welcome mom. Meet sir told us about you, she explained. Geet was shocked. How did this woman know her so well? It was her first time there. Since coming here, she had never confronted anyone who was connected to Meet, except Anupama auntie. She had once told him that she would live alone, take care of herself, and never ask for his help again. She didn't want to ever see him again. We have your pics, mom, Rosie said, bringing her back from her thoughts. A little boy had run toward her. She didn't even realize when she had fallen to her knees, and he had embraced her with his tiny arms. He was just 1 year and 6 months old. So many emotions stormed inside her chest. She felt happy and angry at the same time. Happy to hear, Ma, from his mouth, but reality hit her. He wasn't her child. He was the son of her fake husband. Then why did he call her Ma? She came to know that Ali had died at the time of his birth due to internal complications, and now his father had left him all alone. She knew the pain of being an orphan. She never wanted any child to feel that. Mama, Abhi called again, and she hugged him, not intentionally. But her unconscious mind had already accepted him. Mom, Meet sir only showed your picture to Abhi, Rosie explained again, answering the unspoken questions in Geet's mind. Why? Geet asked, trembling. Mom, Ali mom felt very guilty for hurting you. She always wanted to talk to you before marrying Meet sir. She wanted you and Meet sir to live together. But Meet sir was too ashamed. He couldn't even meet your eyes. He loved Ali mom, yes, but he always had a soft corner for you. She explained. What would she have done if Meet had asked her to build a relationship with him again? Geet whispered to herself. Mama, Abhi's voice pulled her out of her thoughts. Geet mom, Abhi only knows you as his mother. He doesn't know who his real mother is, only you, Rosie added softly. Flashback end. I am not a good mother. I didn't prove myself to be a mother, Geet cried bitterly, sinking to the floor. She had never given him the love he truly deserved, because of Meet hiding the truth, or this painful pretense. No mom, you are a good mother, Rosie said, her voice thick with tears. No auntie, I am not, Rosie cried harder, seeing Geet in this shattered condition. The Khurana family stood frozen. Prema, who once hated Geet so much, also wanted to go and console her. After all, she is a mother, and no mother can bear to see a child separated from the one who loves him like a mother. Maan didn't know why, but he felt miserable seeing her broken like this. Abhi had cried for her, and he had done nothing. She wouldn't accept their comfort, he knew that, but still, something in him wanted to stand by her. He moved toward her, but a nurse blocked his way. I am so sorry, sir. No one is allowed inside. Look, I am with her. Geet mom? Yes, Geet mom has no one. Who are you? She asked, confused. I am her, Maan was about to say husband, but the nurse interrupted. Are you her friend who wants to help? Don't worry, sir. Dr. Shashank and Meera mom are with her. Only family members are allowed. Please stay here. But Abhi is her son, he protested. Geet mom is not even married. The boy is her friend's son. Geet mom doesn't have any family, so we can't allow anyone inside. Please wait here, sir, the nurse said firmly and walked away. Maan wanted to scream at the nurse, but her words struck him deeply. She is not even married? Yet she used to call herself Mrs. Rathore, and Abhi was supposed to be her son. Everything was tangled in a web of confusion, and everyone around stood just as stunned as he did. Could it be, Geet never announced their marriage? But then what about her previous marriage? She is an old nurse and knows about Meera and Geet's friendship, and Meera had told her that she is taking care of some of her relatives. So, she only knows that. She assumes that if Geet had gotten married, then Meera mom would definitely have known about it. Geet is standing there, waiting for Meera or Shashank sir to come and give her some news. Her heartbeat is slowing with each passing second. All the moments she spent with him flash before her eyes. Mama, Abhi wants to play with Mama. Tears stream down her cheeks. Mama, Abhi loves you so much. She recalls his innocent words in his baby voice. Mama loves Abhi. More tears fall from her eyes as she recollects his voice, his wishes, his unconditional love for her. His picture from last night, when he said, Mama don't cry. Mama you go. Abhi is a good boy. Mama, Abhi loves you. Each word is ringing in her ears, but she can't do anything now. She realizes how much he loves her and how deeply she loves him too. Her life depends on him. He is her lifeguard, her support system. She sits there, crying more and more, breaking apart with every memory. Mama don't cry. Abhi also cries. Look, he used to say whenever he saw her crying. He proved that they shared a bond that wasn't defined by blood but by love. A bond unseen, unexplained. He is attached to her without any blood relation and knows when she is in pain. He was crying last night because his mama was in pain. Her thoughts are broken by a nurse's voice. You are the patient's mother? She asked. Yes, he is my son, Geet replied. Does your blood match with the patient's? The nurse asked. Blood match? Blood group? Geet asked, trying to stand up while wiping her tears. Who are you to him if you don't even know his blood group? The nurse snapped. Who the hell are you to decide what kind of person she is? Meera shouted from behind at the nurse. Doctor, I was just asking, she replied. She's a new nurse and doesn't know Meera well. Meera knows she can be a bit rude, but that doesn't give her the right to question Geet's love for Abhi. She knows how much Geet cares for him. Yes, I can see that, the way you're asking, Meera snapped. Mom, you told me to arrange a blood donor, so I thought to ask a relative first. It's possible a parent might have a matching blood group, the nurse replied. Yes, I told you to arrange it, not to judge what kind of person she is. You were here last night and still you were questioning her? First Anupama auntie, and now her fake husband's son. Meera blurted out in frustration, not loudly but said, unintentionally revealing the truth. She loves Abhi dearly, but she hates me too much for ruining Geet's life. Just then, Shashank comes out of the room after examining Abhi's injuries. You don't show up here again, he said firmly. Dr. Meera, this is a hospital. Shashank sir, you don't know how she spoke to her. Dr. Meera, I'm sorry, Dad, Meera said. Please sir, I'm sorry, the nurse pleaded. I said leave from here for now, he said calmly, and she quietly left. Shashank sir, Geet is confused about what's happening. Blood group, his mother, his father, all these things swirl in her mind. But all she knows is, she's the only one left. Geet, he doesn't know how to begin. She gulps. Shashank sir, how is Abhi? She asks, trying to read the meaning behind his silence, but the silence is heavier than any words. By this time, the entire Khurana family has come to her side. No one tries to stop them now. They're all witnessing this moment. Dadi's mind is racing, and Geet's words begin to make sense to her. Maan desperately wants to comfort Geet, to tell her nothing will happen to Abhi, but for the first time, he doesn't dare say anything. Geet, I've always admired you as someone far stronger than your age. I've never met a girl like you, Shashank says, avoiding eye contact. Everyone listens, realizing that he knows her deeply. Geet, last night I tried to hide the truth from you, thinking I wouldn't add to your sorrows. So I didn't tell you that Mrs. Anupama Rathore, she has no chance of recovery. But now, I believe in your belief. I have faith in your faith. I hope she wakes up, for you. Last night, you handled everything so maturely, and proved to me you're even stronger than I thought. Geet's heart feels like it's being squeezed. How is Abhi, Shashank sir? She dares to ask. Geet, Abhi's condition is critical. His breathing is becoming uneven, and his heartbeat is slowing with every passing minute. No sir, this cannot happen, Geet said, stepping back. No, this can't happen, she whispers to herself, refusing to believe. Geet, I'm not giving up on him. But I need to tell you the truth. He has internal head injuries and severe blood loss, which is very dangerous. We're trying, but we're not. Uncle, you don't know. Abhi never let me cry. He never hurt me. Abhi must be angry with his mumma. You don't know, Geet mutters, trying to convince herself that this isn't real. Geet, control yourself. I'm telling you that Abhi's condition is critical, beta. Shashank said. He didn't want to hurt her, but she had to know the truth. Everyone had tears in their eyes, watching Geet fall apart. She always appeared so strong, emotionless even, but now, they were seeing the truth. She wasn't heartless, she was broken, and she was real. Sir, I want to meet him, she said. Geet beta, sorry, but no one is allowed to meet him right now. He's in very bad condition. You can't see him like that. Uncle, you said I'm a strong girl. She never accepted any relationships after what happened with Meet. Her belief in relationships died. But now, she called him uncle, after so long. Yes, Geet, without any doubt. Please, let me see him. Geet, please understand, you can't see him in that condition. But you said I am strong. Geet, he didn't know how to let her go in. She wasn't a doctor. She wasn't trained to handle what she would see. Meera, who is a doctor, had her hands trembling. And if even she was shaken, how would Geet react? Uncle, please let me see him. He never disobeyed his mumma. If I said, Abhi, it's night, he'd believe me even if it was day. If I said, Abhi sit, he would sit. If I said, Abhi sleep, he would sleep, even without feeling sleepy. She broke down completely in front of him for the first time. He could feel her pain. She never showed her weaknesses before, but today, she failed. And that failure screamed how much she truly loved Abhi. Meera is crying beside her. Why does this keep happening to her? Last night broke her, and now, this is shattering her. Geet beta, Shashank said. Uncle, you will see. If I say, get up, Abhi, he will get up for sure. She said with desperate hope. Geet fell to the ground, crying at his feet. Uncle, my Abhi is angry because I never told him how much I love him. But once he knows, he will never disappoint me. My Abhi doesn't know how much his mama loves him. Uncle, his mama loves him so much. She sobbed. Everyone muffled their own cries, watching a helpless mother break in front of them. Okay, Shashank finally said. He knows he could not allow her, but seeing her condition, it gives her an adverse effect. What happens if he stops her? What if he would regret later, or worst if something happens to Geet? Sometimes, being strong means falling apart when it matters the most. Thank you for watching Chapter 17, Num of Pretend, only on the Velvet Story. If Geet's pain touched your heart, if her silence screamed into yours, don't forget to like, comment, and share your thoughts below. Subscribe and hit the bell icon bellhop bell to stay connected with every heartbeat of this story. Until next time, keep pretending, until pretending becomes strength.